Hello and welcome YouTube and Twitch. Welcome back to more Captain of Industry, where last time we managed to get the cooling towers built, so we have a bit of a better cycling of water. So we are going to be relying less and less on generating it, which means, well, more and more can eventually go into the town where we can generate it for Unity, use it for generating Unity rather. One of the main things we need to do today though is we need to very heavily focus on getting this constructed. And the way we were doing that was going towards logistic zones so that we could belt a load of material over without having to drive all of the way, because driving is taking a lot of effort. It does mean that we keep backing up every now and again, which is leading to a lack of copper and various other bits and pieces too. We could actually set up a second belt. And get rid of that and that and change that for rock. Quite. Could do that to increase the speed at which we clear through rock. Yeah, we are going to. Because it really is slowing us down. That should really help it catch up pretty quickly. So there's a thought. So I've got one of those cargo docks. Can I put another one like here and it still be fine? Yeah, so as long as it's... Yeah, it can use the same path out by the looks of it, which is good to know. Right, now that that has cleaned out the dumping the dumping stuff, I'm going to do that and send it all over to the other end. Well, minus whatever ends up here. We need to be trying to send it to the other end. How's research doing? Struggling a little bit. Owing in part to a lack of steel, maybe? No, the steel. Maintenance is doing okay. And there is a bit of a... there's a shortage of copper. There was a shortage of copper. Of course, so... yeah. We were having a bit of a problem with that. We are running a little low on food. Okay, quite low on food. But as long as we can keep emptying things, we should be fine. So I think we'll do that. Allow a little bit more to be taken from here. Yep, we're having a little bit of a problem with the dirt. Not the dirt, the rock. Now, we could sell the rock. The problem with selling the rock is that we also need the rock for building our land bridge across to the oil. Ah, that one filled up really quickly, did it? As well. Okay, so they both filled up really quickly. Yeah, I can see this all being a problem. Do a little bit of recycling. Get a smidge more copper coming through. And while we are at it, let's get our research efficiency up. Get that unpaused and get that unpaused. Yeah, I know, it's going to absolutely decimate our Unity for a little bit, but that's fine. That stuff really isn't being taken. That's only a priority 3, so why are they taking from that one quite early? It's a priority 3. That's a 2. And this is a 2 as well. I think we're going to have to change that to a 1. Yeah, this is a little awkward. But we're at 43%. We don't have enough time to not be focusing solely on this. That's the problem. We are actually going to have to stop all of this dumping over this end and force them to go to the other end and just sort of suck it up. At least until we can get the logistics zone. Although, it does make me realise I could probably start building that great big conveyor belt. Thing is, there's plenty of dumping to be done. It's just so far away. That is going to take more time than we have to fill that in. So we've got to get all the way over here as well. Here's a thought. I could always start a mine over here and just... it'll be much quicker to dump it over here if I just literally dig rock. Could even get some copper out of it. That isn't a bad idea, to be honest. If I stick a mine control tower, what, here for example. Get rid of the sand for a bit. Edit the area. Because this... oh, what's that? Oh, there's uranium ore over here. Okay, that serves a twofold purpose. Gets us the copper that we're going to need. We can send back. It'll get us rock filling in the land bridge. And eventually we'll be able to use it to get the uranium later, when we actually need to get uranium. For now, though, we can start digging. And we can belt all of the copper back. And that means we can still do the construction projects over here. And we can also do them... Oh, we still need the logistics zone, really. Now there's a thought. Can we assign... I was hoping we could potentially assign trucks to that. But apparently not. So I think as much as that would be nice to do, until we have the zones, I don't think it's going to be viable. See, what I really need is a constant sort of dribble of them coming over here. Come on. Rather than like a big lump of them coming over in one go. Since only one or two of them can deposit at a time anyway. Oh, cannot place in the ocean. That's a shame. Okay, it just seemed like there is a dribble of them coming over. Which is something. These are both just using up the last remaining of the available research lab equipment. Although we are getting the occasional supply of them. Cool. This is going to take far too long. Okay, so the deepest bit is coming up here. I almost think we do need to start this digging. Although it may only make sense to do that once we do have that research done. Aha, you finally run out. going to pause that, let this run out, and then we're going to sit on the Unity for a little bit while the lab equipment builds back up. We've done that one. We are going to have a bit of a disposal issue. Really soon. We need to get that empty. Okay, we need to make sure that the town city place stays empty of everything else. If that goes and we lose people, then that's an entirely different problem. That one should be priority 1, which it is. I may even stick a loose storage on it. With that. So get that emptied, please. Forest is fine, really. You're out of material. Go to that research efficiency. We're also going to double check, but I think we can get rid of the plenty of food as well, since we are dropping in food count. But as long as that's back into the positive by at least 1. Next time it updates, yeah, at least 1. So we can at least make the food last a bit longer. I wonder. Those 3 assigned trucks. Yes, they're just going to remove waste. So that's how we do it. That's how we do the mining over there. We just assign some trucks to the waste. So we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead with that. We're going to do that. We are going to do that, I guess. Get 2 vehicles. Oh, we actually need to do a little bit of terraforming first. Edit area. Because we need to level this out. With the ore sorting plant. Hold up. That's priority 1. Oh, that's also priority 1. I was about to say, what if that's priority 1 and this is priority 2? Why is the waste not being collected first? It's just because I'm wrong. So we probably should be filling this area in anyway. Okay, that copper does need emptying. Maintenance is at least backed up. Pause on that. Pause on the recycling. This is going to go really badly, isn't it? Oh, you're paused. Okay. My mistake. Right, we need... I'll work it out from there. 100 and something. 183. 183 research. I've still not figured out an easy way of working this out, to be honest. But we probably need at least 140, 150 research or something, just to finish this one off. Oh, we are on the minuses, though. On Unity, probably water. Yeah, water. Okay, but if we pause both of these temporarily, how does our water supply look after that? If we prioritize sending out that way, like, do we actually have to create any water? Or can we keep it filled if we just prioritize it out that way? I'm going to see what happens here. Let's go alert if less than 50%. Oh, blimey, steel's not looking good. keeping iron down? It's a lack of coal. I suppose we are mining a lot of rock at the minute, aren't we? But we are actually producing a lot of coal from growth rather than mining. So we are doing a pretty decent job, I'd say. Yeah, we just need more coal, really. And unfortunately, burning trees is the only real renewable method for this. Which is a shame. Where are you taking it? You taking it to that one? Yeah, I thought as much. Has the... what's it called at least? Yeah, the waste is done. So I'm going to take away... I'm going to take away that one's dumping area and send them all over to the other end. Except they're all going to go here. So we're going to send them to the other end. And then the next dumping bit we're going to do actually is along here. If things are starting to back up. Yeah. Because we definitely want to be making progress on this. Because God knows it's going to be a problem. Don't need too much more digging out, to be fair, before we can put the sorting plant down, although it is fairly expensive. Not as expensive as this pipeline, though. Jeez. 557 alone. We're going to need a lot more coal in order to do that one. Did we not? We've set that to be mined, it's just not mining it yet. Yeah, okay. Not enough unity. What's eating our Unity? We've got 4 edicts and an oil rig. And the oil rig is almost certainly going to run out before we are ready. Although, if we are importing fuel gas, with rock, and we use waste instead to build the bridge, we can actually extend the life of the oil. Because if we can get diesel from another source, aka waste rock, that might not be a bad idea. Let's go to that one briefly. See if it helps. Might not be a bad idea to have a second harvester over here. Right, how's this leveling going? You know what? I'm tempted to say that that is fine to start there. We do need to get our construction parts though. Which requires steel. And age-old problem, steel, no copper. No, coal rather. We definitely don't need 3. Okay, so it might actually be worth just assigning a couple of trucks directly to these waste outputs. Obviously I can't with this one, but it means that they will always be removing from them. Which is no bad thing. That could actually allow things to run a bit more smoothly. So that's done in a cracking unit with the fuel gas. Health not looking good. We could do with more food. Do we build another one? thinking we do. Oh, this was going to be for fertilizer, wasn't it? I'd forgotten I'd built that in. Okay, that may be worthwhile doing, actually. Oh, but we do have... we've got research, but no Unity points. So I think for the time being, if we get rid of those two, just focus on getting our Unity back up. So that we can do our research. It's going to give us a bit of a hit overall, but honestly, we kind of need it. Although, to be honest, the bigger hit is going to be the copper and iron being missing. Oh, that's going to be as done as it can be, isn't it? Now. Do that, and we do mining designation, just sort of flatten that off. Ideally, I'd like to get this built, but we may have to forego building that. Just so we can get some construction parts. To get it built. Let's get ready to get that constructed. Ooh. And they've leveled that out. Good. And they're making progress here. And what I'm gonna want is a loose storage for copper, rock, and probably dirt. Maybe sand as well, I'm not sure. Export. Accept assigned only, yep. So we'll get that built. Let's go with rock, dirt, sand, and copper. And then if there's anything else in here, we can deal with that later. Can be paused for now though. We are going to do, what was that one? Rock, dirt, sand, oops, sand, copper. So rock really is the first one that we want. I want to assign product automatically because I want to know if there's something extra here. Okay, so they're both on the way back, which is good. And what we, where have we ended up? What we want is, we're going to be rock. We're going to have one constantly doing. Do you know what? I'm actually okay with them bringing rock to that in a weird way. Because if nothing else, it is still bringing it over here. To then be unloaded by this pickup. Where are you going? Keep empty. What the? Whatever. You can take a full load back with you. Settlement is full of rubbish. Let's get dumping. Just a smidge more locally. We're also going to do this because we are starting to fill up on dirt a little bit. So we are also going to work on that. Oh, maintenance is plummeting like a stone. Still, we got our construction parts, I suppose. Let's get making though. Time for a drink. Oh, and we can do the research. Let's get that done and out of the way. Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. We should still be able to oh no, we don't want that to be a high one, we want that to be probably about that. Then we want to see where you're taking it. Hopefully here. Good. Sort of tempted to start dumping sand as well, to be honest. Or maintenance has fallen off a cliff. That little stunt I've pulled. Three just clearly isn't enough. Keep the iron flowing over here. Could set up a belt. Be expensive. It would free up trucks. Oh, we are living on the edge of a spiral here. Oh, excuse me. Crept up out of nowhere. We are almost done with the research, though. Of that one, at least. And we've got to do the next. How is the water doing? The water's doing absolutely fine, I have to say. We aren't generating any from the sea, which means we're not generating any from coal. And they can't pull water from there, they can't pull water from there, there, or there, which means that between the cooling towers and all of these water collectors, we do actually have enough water generation to keep this system running. And to feed this farm. Which if I must say, I'm quite pleased with. Okay. We have an iron problem. And our iron problem is that it's just not getting from here to there fast enough. Cool, vehicle management has been completed. Plus 30 vehicles cap, barriers. Yeah, cool. Now we need logistic zones. Once again, we'll let the research run out. Oh boy, oh boy. And we have a copper problem. Because there's just so much damn rock. I think we have to start selling it. Even though we've got so many dumping projects, we just can't shift it fast enough. Oh, I know what the issue with the maintenance is. Oh, yeah. That makes such a massive difference that I'd forgotten about it. It was irresponsible. Right, you're out. You're about to be out. Any moment. Which means we can save our research stuff for the fuel consumption back on. We already stuck the maintenance back on. need to rebuild this. Bring it around here, for example, and then belt it across rather than using vehicles. That's just a little bit out of the way. Whereas if I stick it, what, there? That. Do. Hmm? Oh, it's a flat lift, sorry. What are you all doing? Oops. Yeah, that one's on me. There we go, that's the one. Maybe... I don't know how I'd get it down there. That's the problem. Expensive. All right, okay, leave it like that for a second. Can't believe this. I think I've got this set up in a bad way. Well, then again, get away with that. What would that be? 316. But it would be cost a whole lot less maintenance. And free up a lot of vehicles. If I was to rebuild it like that. And just to save on that little bit extra. like that for the rebuild, so then it's much less of a journey than this one. It's very tempting. We're doing it. Granted, we're not going to be able to make use of it for a long time because we've got to make all the bits and pieces for it, but we can at least plan for it to be the case. Problem is, we just don't have the throughput at the moment. If we can get it built though, it'll really help, because then we can save 5 vehicles constantly driving using maintenance just to get iron over here. Okay, the fuel I think is the less important one. No, it isn't. What am I on about? Of course it is more important. Ooh. It's a lot of pollution, apparently. Also, the water helps. Got to be honest, there's part of me that wants to just tie this up to there, feed in directly, just like a quick one of those, maybe, just to constantly feed the city for now. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. We're filling up. Why do you have no fuel? What the hell are you doing over there? Oh. Didn't know that was a thing. Apologies. Something tells me we don't need 2 trucks here. Ooh, I think maintenance is actually going up. Which is a good sign. Oh, and we're actually sending some steel off into the wide world. Apologies. Yep, we're sending steel off into the wide world, which is going to allow us to actually construct things again. Okay, so this one is actually starting to move product. So A is going to be iron ore. Nope. The D is going to be iron ore. Cool. Maintenance is climbing. I think we can actually start to swap the assigning over. So that no longer has any iron ore. That's now the iron ore holder. What are you doing? Come on, get out of there. Where are you going? Oh, you're getting to some fuel. Ugh. Now then. This, I think we need to put as urgent. Is there anything else we can use biomass for? No. We can consume compost for fertilizer at least in a bit. Maybe not 5 for now. Get you built. You need to be rock. Just don't have the construction parts at the moment. Yoop. We only need a few. Strange. Even with the pausing, they're still bringing rock over for some reason. Yes, I've done this poorly. Okay, we're back to relying on charity from the maintenance section. The steel. And we can pause that production at least. How are we doing? I mean, we are technically progressing. Not very fast, but let's dig some more. And honestly, this is going to make a mess, so I'm fine with that. At this point, I'm just after rock, to be quite honest. Make as much mess as you want, though. No more vehicles are making this trek, which means it's time. Yeah, time to abandon that. Let the waste build up a little. Right, how's the iron doing? It's all rock. Where is it? There it is. You are out of diesel. Oops. Did not mean for that to happen. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Oh, what happened here? What happened to all my water? Where did it all go? No wonder it stopped working. I've got no water in the system. I didn't even notice. We were doing so well on water as well. Honestly, don't know what happened. Oh, I guess this has eaten a lot of it. What is this even used for? Copper. Oh, maybe we do need the acid then. Pause that a little bit. Let that fill up. Briefly. Because we don't want to be regressing the water. But we also need it for... we also need it for the steel. No wonder it's struggling. I say the copper really is doing pants. We have 114 years. Well, that's all the rubber basically sorted. That conveyor belt. Just got the construction parts, which is the trickier part. Just got that left to do. Pause both of those. We don't need to delete it just yet. It'd help with certain things, but we don't actively need to delete it. Yeah, they're out of fuel. Which is a problem. I think we need to burn it down a little bit more just to catch back up. I don't think we need to burn it down much. I think we just need to get that buffer back. Okay, you can't import cargo anymore. Can't export it either, we're going to say. Right, unpause that again. Not too far off with the construction thingies, and that'll help us in the long run. Yeah, I'm alright with filling that in. I'm alright with it. Still do have a lot to go over here, but we are at least building that up fairly consistently. Yep. Yep. Iron mining. Still being as slow as ever. Definitely don't need this many on the coal anymore, I don't think. Wait. Oh, you're bringing rock from the... Ah, okay. That is actually almost done. Yeah, and I've added those to be removed a bit too early, but oh well. Now then, I've not left... No, I've not left crew on there, was my question. Let's pause it again. And if we pause that, do we then have enough? Enough water throughput. Or is that just going to be a myth? We need to split the priority for a little bit. Get some construction bits done. Unfortunately, I believe. We've had no copper really for ages. Not even because the rubble is full. It's because these fools are stuck. We need the construction parts of that tier. Mm-hmm. Okay, we've made a progress this way. Time to make progress the other way. With that oil. Still a few squares away from the truly downward bit. It's very tempting to pull a digger off pole or something. I don't need 2 on terraforming. This one is more important. There we go, get dumping. Oh. Getting close. How's the maintenance looking? Maintenance isn't looking too happy, so we'll temporarily force it all down the other way. Although it has to be said that we are getting very close to the yellow construction stuff being done with. Come on. Just get rid of both of those. That's the end of that era. Okie dokie. We're actually really close to that being done, and then we don't need trucks constantly taking it forwards and backwards, which frees them up to do other things. Now, the problem we do have is just a lack of a lack of ability. This is almost done though. This is so close to being done. We only need 10 more. Not even 10 more. Ah, 5 more. We have 3. Come on. Ah. Yeah, out of that. Well, time to get some copper going through, and I think we need to temporarily pause that because we are so close. It hurts. We need 2. Just need 2, and then that's that belt completely done. And we then no longer have to think about it. Oh, not quite. Only 2. Pretty close though. copper. It's going to need to be turned into electronics. I know the maintenance is at 0, but this only needs a little bit to be done. I think we can probably start that up again. So that's that one done. Just need 3. There we go. Iron no longer requires 3 trucks to feed it. It'll just feed itself now. Which is so nice that we have 3 freed up trucks. Okay, and we've caught up on the recyclables. Still prioritied that way. Oh, we should nearly be getting some mechanical parts coming out into the general circulation. Oh, wait, did that all already make it all the way over? I think it did. Why? Oh, we just want to output everything. I don't know why it was doing that. Okay, we're going to turn that off again, see if we can handle the balance otherwise. Look, this water is doing okay. That water is doing okay. Is it literally just enabling that screws it over? Is that all it is? Okie dokie though, copper is a serious problem. You're getting 10 trucks. I'm a little bit fed up of you being a problem. Where are you going? Ah, okay. Didn't realise that was the quickest route. How's our waste doing? Waste is pretty full. Get a little bit more dumped up there. Let it all catch up again. Ooh. We should set these controls again, make sure we've got some saved up. Copper really is a problem. And yet we are still not really dealing with it. Do I need to take more? I might need to take more away. Ooh. 2 more tiles worth and we'll be at the lowest point, and then we're working our way up again, which should be a little quicker. Halt mining over here, just so that we can mine the other area, but do kind of want this. Do kind of want this doing over here. Idiots. Waste is piling up. We're going to allow a couple of layers here. Try and catch up a bit. Oh, I've just seen the food situation. That's not healthy. Kind of tempted to try and construct this soon. The only way we're going to do that is if we get maintenance back under control. Which is going to require copper being under control, which is going to require being able to dump all of this rock. All of this blooming rock. Could you imagine if I was still trying to do this without dumping anything into the sea? How badly that would have worked. And then where are you going to take it? Okay, good. The short route. Why are you still up there? Yep, okay, we just need to make sure that there's enough water and this will keep running. Water is caught back up. Running dangerously low on food. Health is not looking too good either. Unity is looking poor. Yeah, we don't need 2 on coal anymore. That's now a pipe dream. We're going to have a third and a third, and we're going to have 3 of you going on that one. I don't think we need this research. Like, I don't think we need it. It will be useful, but I don't think we need it. But I don't know what else we do. I'm already struggling. If I'm completely honest. This copper. Get rid of that. Make that copper. Dirt. Copper. Not enough yellow construction parts. Oh. Pause that. Briefly. Copper issue is a real thorn in my butt. I believe it, but the other copper site may actually end up being better at this rate. Jeez, even with 10 trucks assigned, this is still full of rock. Ten of them assigned. It's ridiculous. And everything is grinding to a halt as well. We have no copper. No goddamn copper. Oh, that's why I went back over there. I needed to, I would say, force the issue of yellow construction, which is underway. Out we go to, oh god, it was that one. Yep. It's processing through as much as it can. We are about to be on the up. Well, at least we'll have the rock throughput over this end for completing that task. I just hope no one's actually going over. No one should be going over there to dump anymore. Okay. It's time we stopped messing around. We've got some construction parts. We now need to get our maintenance doing anything. Oh, please don't drive away, please don't drive away, please don't drive away. Oh, God. There's just a little bit of desperation. Oh, 107 years. So, this is a spiral I don't know how to get rid of at this point. And I know we need more copper. We do have... I hate the way when you recover it, it unassigns it as well. Where'd you go? Hmm? Oh, you went for fuel. Okay. It sometimes unassigns it. And we're going to keep having copper problems. Because we're having maintenance problems, which is meaning that we're not. Okay. We really are having maintenance problems at this point. we can keep a consistent supply of copper, we might be able to get out of it. The problem is, that requires a consistent supply of copper, of which we don't have. Especially with everything breaking. All I can say is at least we freed up the iron a bit. Oh, you're done. Let's dig that out. Basically, we're flattening this out quite a bit. Gives us more room. Eventually. That being flattened out makes things, I guess, just a little bit easier. Copper is doing its best. Maintenance is, I guess, technically going up. Or is it just more maintaining? Consumption. It's sort of maintaining. I guess. So look, 35. Yeah, that was going down. Takes 3. Have we just... Oh, we're not. We're about to have food problems because farms and such keep breaking. Oh dear. Let me guess, we've run out of water back here as well. No. But it's just not flowing. We do seem to be declining in the amount of water that we have. Let's give it a temporary boost. Oh, we're probably declining in the amount of water we have because these things are falling apart. I think it's turning that on actually eats up a load of maintenance. So I'm actually unsure as to whether it's worth turning it on. If we can get a nice enough backlog of electronics in here, I am tempted to try and boost the maintenance depot to try and get out of this spiral. I'm going to give it a little boost now. Try and get ahead, and then before it actually runs out, I'll stop the boost. Just in an attempt to try and give us a kick in the right direction. Okay, we can... Ah, I wasn't quick enough. Oh, it's not even electronic parts that's the problem now. It's iron. Sorry, steel. Keep that going, please. And it did give us a nice boost while it lasted. Should not have been so hasty to boost. Okay, well, we're going to have to wait until the mechanical parts catch up again, which I don't think they will, because this is producing 24. This is using 24. So we are going to be in a bit of a problem. And it doesn't help that the maintenance thingy keeps stopping working. That's just not helpful. We need the health conditions. We can't do the food. But we're going to have to. It's the only thing I can think of. To try and keep the maintenance reduced while we're trying to catch up. Okay, we can reduce the number of trucks here, I think, now that we're a little bit more caught up. We've got 4 there. I think we might need a couple more on the iron diggers. Now there's a thought. If we get far enough ahead with the steel, we can try and get a boost of vehicle parts, mechanical parts. We're going to stop there. Got our nice little teeny tiny buffer there. And there goes the buffer. A 19% breakdown chance. That's just annoying. You know what, we're boosting both. Try and keep them both running so that we can just blast through this maintenance issue. Might actually give us the best chance. Let's do that. We made a fair amount of progress there. Down to only 10% breakdown. Oh, and it broke down as soon as I was saying that. Oh. Okay, coal might be the next thing we belt over, to be honest. Just because it does keep on being a blocker. I'm going to assign some trucks to it directly. Just so it doesn't have to wait. Just so the maintenance doesn't have to wait. 5% chance. Okie dokie, I think we're starting to make a move, shall we say, on the maintenance. Starting to hit that point. Got both of those going. This means we should have steel flowing soon. I'm going to pause this output just until the maintenance is actually up and running properly. (76, 75%). There we go. That is more like it. Boost. Let's try and get at least a couple of mechanical parts spare in there. Just while we're catching up. (78, 79). So it's not going to break down anymore. Fuel, no fuel, no fuel. Flipping fuel. You full? You're not even full. It's not to do with that. Do we just not have, we just probably don't have the throughput because we've not got the Unity thing for fuel consumption. Oh. Why? Oh, I paused the damn thing, didn't I? Wonder it's not blooming working. Quick boost to the system, eh? Alright, let's get rid of that boost over here. Speaking of boosts. But it isn't a... It's probably just a consumption issue, isn't it? Probably just consuming too much because of that edict not being on. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Get all that copper over there. It's copper. Full. Kind of. Yep, we are actually getting into the shallower waters now. Still got a very long way to go though. We've got to go all the way across here, where this bit gets really deep, and then all the way down here, where again, it gets really deep. Do you know what, with it being so close actually, I am going to reduce the area that we have to fill ever so slightly. I know it's not a huge amount of difference, but it all adds up. And I wonder if we can get across just that little bit quicker if we do this. Reach the point where we no longer need three trucks on this one, I don't think. Right, but I think I'm actually going to call it a day there, to be quite honest. A little sooner than usual, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Quick last nosy over here. That one technically has a bunch of copper being brought in, but it's too busy it's too far away for it to really make a difference. So I'm half tempted to do that. Stick another storage. Stick it there. And then just feed it across. It is tempting, but I don't think it'll actually help. Because all that'll happen is they'll both get full. I think that's already working as much as it can. Anyway, I got distracted. As per usual. Yeah, the mechanical parts aren't keeping up at all. So we unpause that. Keep that paused actually because we have no steel. Sorry, keep that one paused. Yeah, because we've got no steel coming through, so we want any steel that does come through to go to maintenance, because we were only just starting to see an improvement on the maintenance, but all of a sudden we seem to be having a problem again. Oh boy. Get you off that hill, shall we? Right, anyway, that is going to be where we stop today. We've, I'd say we've made made an attempt to make to make progress. There's been an attempt with this copper mining over here to try and generate some rock over here so that we can continue to fill over here without stopping all of this working, but also yeah, it just sort of separates it a little and makes it a bit easier, a bit less of a problem. But anyway, with that all said and done, thank you very much for joining. If you're watching on YouTube, consider leaving a subscribe, thumbs up, or a comment if you have any thoughts, etc. on the old YouTube. Otherwise, I will see you all later. Bye-bye.